They think that MBA is an extension of their UG program. We give importance for two things. One is experiential learning, another is skill-based learning. We always tell network is your network, and it is very important for an MBA student. I have students from 17 states of India. My faculty is very cosmopolitan. I am Dr. HR Venkatesha. I am founder director of ABBS MBA program. India has the second largest pool of MBAs in the world. But what are some common mistakes that a student makes while choosing an MBA program? And what are the ways that they can avoid them? Let's get to know more about this from Dr. HR Venkatesha, founding director of the MBA program at Acharya Bangalore Business School. Hello, sir. I welcome you to the Changemakers by ABBS podcast. Thank you, Nita. Thank you very much. Before we begin, we would like to know a bit about yourself, your journey so far, and also your expertise. I am Dr. HR Venkatesha. I am founder director of ABBS MBA program. I am here for the last 17 years as the director. Before joining Acharya Bangalore B-School, ABBS, I was professor at Karnataka University, Dharwad, and later I was professor and HOD of DSCE, Bangalore. Now I am officiating as the director of MBA and MBA Analytics program. We have started one more MBA program. I am head of both the programs. My expertise is in the area of strategic management and marketing management. So we all know that whenever someone wants to progress in their career, they opt for MBA. What mistakes that a student opting for MBA makes and how they can avoid this mistake? Generally, students make two mistakes. One mistake is that they think that everybody is doing MBA, I also have to do MBA. This is one mistake some students do. They have to make a SWOT analysis of themselves and they should know whether they are good fit to an MBA program. This is one mistake. Second mistake students generally do is that they think that MBA is an extension of their UG program. Generally, in UG program, what they do is they think that examination, result, semester, classroom teaching is all they have to do when they are doing undergraduate program. But when they promote to PG program, MBA program, they continue the same culture. Believe me, in MBA, I strongly believe that what students learn inside the classroom is just 30% of what they have to learn in MBA. 70% of their learning comes from outside the classroom through experiential learning, skill-based learning. This is the mistake both students and parents also do because they think that MBA is an extension of engineering degree or is an extension of BBA degree or BCom degree. These are the two common mistakes students do when they decide to do MBA program. So how can a student who is opting for MBA can choose their specialization based on their career goals? What are some techniques to choose and how they can identify this will be the right specialization for me for my career goals? There are two things into this. There are very few B schools in India who offer good number of specializations to students. Indeed, ABBS is one of the few B schools in India who offer multiple specializations. Say, for example, normal specializations offered in most of the B schools are human resource management, financial management, marketing management, and sometimes they may offer, systems management. But Acharya Bangalore B-School, we offer 8 specializations for MBA students. We offer human resource management, marketing management, financial management, hospital administration, systems, analytics, operations, and healthcare management. And when we offer basket of options for students, they would have an opportunity to choose any one of these specializations. Indeed, ABBS offer dual specialization. Students can take any two of these specializations. That is an advantage MBA student would have in MBA program. And your question is how they have to choose their specialization. See, when it comes to choosing a specialization, students have to see what is his or her strength. Say, nowadays, lot of, managerial positions expect you to have both management knowledge and technology knowledge. Say, for example, analytics, AI. And we have an exclusive MBA program called MBA Business Analytics, where we have integrated
functional areas of management and analytics. If a student is good in maths at PU level or at 10th standard level, he can opt for these programs. That he has to see what is his strength. And say somebody is very good in sales, he can convince people, then he can, then marketing is a great job. Somebody is a people person, human resource could be his specialization. Somebody is good in churning numbers, financial management could be his specialization. I mean, student has to see what is his strength and what are his weaknesses. Specialization comes into picture only when they come to third semester. Prepare them enough in the first 2 semesters, that is in the first year of MBA program, and enable them to choose right specialization. And I think that should not be a problem, because in the last 17 years, I have seen 99% of the students would be ready to decide on the specialization, what they have to pursue their MBA by the time they land in third semester.
We know that, apart from traditional specializations, ABBS offers other specializations also, depending on the industry-driven requirements. So, how these programs, MBA programs, varies, provided at ABBS, varies or are unique compared to other B-schools?
Yeah. This is what I would like to speak to you, Nita. You have asked the right question. Most of the B schools today are teaching shops. If I have to use that word, you have to excuse me for that jargon I am using. But I am sorry to tell that they have become teaching shops. But in MBA program at Acharya Bangalore B-School, we give importance for 2 things. One is experiential learning, another is skill-based learning. Say, for example, you can ask me what I mean by experiential learning. Say, I have multiple programs outside the classroom. Say, I have Toastmaster International here. I have TEDx ABBS here. I have 8 clubs here. I have mutual fund, ABBS mutual fund here. I have socially relevant project here. What I do in these programs is that I will make student to dirty his hand by involving in these activities what I do here. We are one of the leading B schools as far as the Toastmaster International is concerned, and we have won many awards. ABBS Toastmaster Club has won many awards. TEDx ABBS you take. Indeed, I am extremely happy. My colleague Dr. Jivaratna, who is spearheading the TEDx ABBS, is an All India ambassador today for TEDx International. And what I do here is I give, experiential learning to students. When it comes to the skill-based learning, we offer lot of skill-based certificates. Say, for example, I divided skills into 3 categories: medium and high-level skills. Basic skills, for example, I have, advanced Excel. I have communication competency mapping. Communication is a skill. Everybody will not master it. Even though it is expected to be common for an MBA student, it is not so common today. And when it comes to technological skill, for example, I am telling you, every student who enrolls in ABBS would undergo advanced Excel program as a basic thing. At a medium level, BI, and he would undergo many other programs, say for example, business analytics program. These are all certificate programs. At the higher level, I have digital marketing program, I have financial modeling program, I have HR analytics program. What we do under these programs is that we partner with external agencies. Believe me, it is not in-house. Say, for example, financial modeling, we have signed an agreement with KPMG for next 3 years. For every student, we teach financial modeling. And in the same way, for HR analytics, for marketing, digital marketing, for all these programs, we have partners. And what they do is, they come and train our students. Indeed, in one sentence, if I have to tell what ABBS offers an MBA student, what other B schools are not offering, is that experiential learning and skill-based learning.
How do you think that networking plays a role in the life of an MBA student? Is it necessary? If yes, then how ABBS is bringing that networking capability in the students who have enrolled in the ABBS?
We always tell network is your network. And it is very important for an MBA student. Whether you take a career in management or you become an entrepreneur, you have to be a people person. You should know how to network with people. I am extremely happy today for different reasons. ABBS is a cultural boiling pot today. I have students from 17 states of India. Of course, few international students also I have. My faculty is very cosmopolitan. I have 300 MBA students. You can network with all 300 of them. So junior 300 students, so senior 300 students. Directly you come in contact with 900 MBA students when you are pursuing MBA at ABBS. I have very rich alumni association. Indeed, our alumni association is a registered, vibrant, and very active alumni association. We do number of programs under this banner. In addition to all these things, I bring lot of industry people to the campus. Students go on industrial visits and lot of alumni come and give guest lectures here. Industry people come and give guest lectures here. I told you 70-30 is my principle. 70% of student learning should come from outside the classroom. It could be clubs, it could be mutual funds, it could be SRP, it could be internship. Say, for example, I have a program called Socially Relevant Project. Under this program, what I do is every student has to study a social problem. Indeed, entrepreneurship is nothing but providing solution for a problem. And every MBA student who enrolls in ABBS would study a social problem. It could be garbage problem, it could be traffic problem, it could be waste management problem, it could be pure water supply problem. All these are social problems. Believe me, many of these are business opportunities. And they go and meet NGOs. And lot of students go to corporate. In addition to this, we have an internship program of 3 months. My placement department under Vijay Das would give placement to every MBA student for 3 months. What he does when he is doing MBA program, he would go to a corporate and he would be an intern there for 3 months and he would come back to campus again in the third semester. We have umpteen number of opportunities for students to network. Indeed, that is one USP of ABBS. And believe me, I am in Bangalore. You know, Bangalore is the startup capital of India. Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India. Bangalore is one of the most happening city in the world today. All these things work as catalysts for students to network in a very big way.
Absolutely. So, since we are talking about startups and we know that we are living in an era of entrepreneurship and startup, so how do you think to have an MBA degree is important for a startup founder or entrepreneur?
Research says that, Nita, every entrepreneur who dreams to be big will not be big. I'm told among 100 entrepreneurial journey, only 5 or 6 would see the 5th birthday. But research tells that the number of failures of MBA students when they go for entrepreneur journey is far less than the entrepreneurial failure of others, maybe engineers, maybe other degree holders. Why it happens like this? I'm not only talking about ABBS. In ABBS, we have a very, very strong entrepreneurial and incubation center. My colleague Purnima heads this. I say hats off to her. We are IIC, Institutional Incubation Council of ABBS, even though we are an MBA institute. Remember, I am not an technology engineering college. But still, we are noticed and we are improving our position at the national level year after year for our performance. And why you think MBA students succeed more compared to other graduates in entrepreneurial journey? Because we teach them managerial concept. We teach them how to prepare a business plan, how to prepare a business canvas, how to, have a DPR, detailed project report. We bring lot of entrepreneurs to the campus. We make them interact. And we have an incubation center here. Indeed, all entrepreneurs of ABBS, we have published a booklet called Coffee Book of ABBS Entrepreneurs. And that number is more than 100 today. And we are all very successful entrepreneurs, not only in India. Few of my entrepreneurs are in UAE and they are doing extremely well. Indeed, in my education, in my teaching journey, in my teaching administration journey, as a director, one of the most fulfilling aspects in this journey is I see, brightness in the eyes of my students when they succeed in their career, when they succeed in their entrepreneurial journey. And that is the satisfaction, that is the take home for a director.
So, what are some corporate connections and placement opportunities that ABBS provide to its students?
Ours is an exclusive B school, as our name tells, Acharya Bangalore B-School. And in addition to that, I have an exclusive placement center. And it is very, very well galvanized, lubricated, functioning, and there are 3 people in my placement department in addition to the faculty coordinators. You see here, placement bringing companies, most of the B schools do. But what we do, especially in ABBS, is that our pre-placement training starts when they come to the first semester. And we see what are the gaps that we find in a student. I told you earlier, you see, we conduct a program called Communication Competency Mapping. If some student is not competent in communication, we give special training in that. If a student is not good in technology, we give special training in that. And if a student is not good in aptitude, we give training in that. First, second, third semester, we prepare them to be corporate ready. See, Raymond had an advertisement, complete man. Now, ABBS, we have a philosophy that when a ABBS student leaves the portals of ABBS, he has to be corporate ready. And indeed, I have seen many of my students are shining in the corporate world at the middle management and at the top management level. And few of my students becoming very successful entrepreneurs, both in India and abroad. And that is, see, one more thing, Nita, we have a time-tested model. Indeed, every student who comes to ABBS feels that, he has come to the right place. And believe me, one thing I ensure is that they have to work 12 to 13 hours a day. This is very important. This is another thing, another answer to your first question. You are asking me, you see, how MBA is different from other programs. See, in MBA, when you go to the corporate world, you have to ready to work for 12, 13 hours a day. Right? In the same way, when you are doing MBA program, you have to work 12, 13 hours a day. Hey, MBA, 13 hours of work doesn't mean always reading books. It could be reading books, it could be doing a seminar, it could be doing a research paper, it could be presenting a paper in a conference, it could be a club activity, it could be even watching TV, CNBC TV 18 or 80 now, or NDTV Profit is also educative. Say, if you are traveling, if you are carrying Harvard Business Review with you, that is also, learning for me, and that is also work for me. What point I am trying to drive you home is that, say, if you are preparing a business plan, that is also learning for me. In MBA, it is not a tight jockey, and it is very, very wide canvas. A student can see where he fits in, whether he fits in marketing, human resource management, finance. And one more very important thing, Nita, is that for many industries, we have cycles. We have seen ups and downs. But MBA is one program which doesn't have that. Say, for example, if FMCG sector does well, students will go to FMCG sector. If IT services does well, they go to IT services. If airlines does well, he goes to airlines. It could be marketing, finance, HR. If healthcare does well, my healthcare specialization students go there. I mean, that's fun of MBA program. It is evergreen program, and it doesn't have this cyclical changes, what you find in most of the engineering programs and other programs in the market.
Great. So what will be your piece of advice to all these future leaders, those who are watching our podcast today?
See, my single piece of advice to all those who are watching your podcast today is that perseverance and perspiration. Believe me, it takes you a long way. To be successful in the corporate world, you need not be an Einstein. If you are intelligent, I am happy. But if you have the right attitude, if you come with a mindset to perspire, to sweat, and consistently, if you work for next 2 years, I promise you, success viewers. That is the promise I am giving you, giving all viewers who are watching the podcast.
All right. It was really an insightful conversation. And thank you so much for giving us your time from your busy schedule.
It is my pleasure, Nita. Nice talking to you.